Welcome to shoot prep week 14. 8 weeks out from my photo shoot. I've went from 86.9 kg down to 76.5 kg so far. These are the progress pics. This is where I was when I started. This is where I am now. I've noticed quite a few things this week. Things have tweaked, things have got better, things have got a little bit worse. And I'm going to share it all in this video. But before I get into that, why should you listen to me? My name's Tom. I've been an online and in-person coach for over 6 years now. My goal is to take people from overweight and unconfident to losing between 1 to 3 stone of body fat, feeling comfortable in their t-shirts, having a six-pack, and overall being able to build and maintain on this progress as time goes on and becoming their best self yet. Straight away, if you need more help with your fat loss journey, join my free 4-week fat loss kickstart. The link is in the description of this video, designed to get you to lose 2 kg of body fat completely for free and learn how I coach my clients through their fat loss phase, so it's both sustainable and allows you to lose fat at as fast a rate as possible or you can handle, in order to be able to build into that lean bulk phase at a faster rate, so therefore you're not suffering for the 6, 7, 8 months more than you need to. If you didn't watch the last photo shoot prep video, I was basically having an issue of getting my steps in last week. And it's because I wasn't doing one thing that I've been doing towards the tail end of this week that's made a massive difference from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday onwards. And that's basically walking on the treadmill while doing work. I'm luckily in a job as an online coach and in-person coach that I can do a lot of work while on the treadmill, replying to clients, making content, doing different bits and pieces, doing education, learning. All that sort of stuff can be done while walking. So I basically have walked for 2 to 3 hours at least the last 2 days while working actively, and basically actually being more productive than I would be in a coffee shop anyway, because I felt kind of locked in with the fact that I was moving. Now, I wasn't moving super fast. I was walking at a relatively slow pace, but that's still picked up to around 18 to 20k steps per day. And I also burned 100 calories on the bike on those days. So what I'm going to do for this moving forward is just continue to do that and get close to that 20k step target a day, because I'll tell you this now, as far as steps are concerned, if you can get 15 to 20k steps a day, it's a game changer as far as how fast you lose body fat. You're going to lose weight at a relatively fast pace if you're on low calories anyway, but if you can do an extra 10 or 15k steps a day on top of that, you'll find your weight will fly off and you'll lose weight much quicker. And that's one thing I focus on for guys and girls in the program, is getting their steps up as high as possible. That's going to make a massive difference. And the people that lose weight super quickly, like 1 kilo on average of body weight per week fat loss, those people tend to be getting in 12, 13, 14k steps a day, which basically means they don't have to go as low in calories to replicate that same amount of fat loss. Whereas instead of them having to drop from 2,000 calories down to 1,400 to lose a kilo of body fat, all they have to do is just make sure they're doing a ton of steps every single day, which can be achieved. And one other thing a lot of my clients use is a treadmill they just buy for their house. It's only £100, £150. You can get ones you could do work on as well, like a walking treadmill. But you could also get like a portable treadmill you can put in front of the TV, which a lot of my clients use. And they'll just watch movies at night or a TV show at night while walking. They can get their 10, 12, 15k steps in per day while doing that. And it may sound a bit like extreme, like why do you have to walk while watching TV? Well, that's just the way it goes. If you want to lose body fat, steps are a massive game changer in how fast you want to lose the weight. Then you can go into a bit of a maintenance phase. You don't have to walk as much. You still have to do quite a lot of steps. And then you just start building muscle and increasing the calories up. But in that fat loss phase, you have to make sacrifices, and sometimes that's the sort of thing you have to do. And you'll find actually, if you do get one of those treadmills where you're walking and watching TV at the same time, it's actually not that much of a difference as opposed to sitting down. I'm the sort of person that's kind of fidgety anyway, so I actually prefer movement day to day. I prefer to be moving. Unless I'm really tired, that's when I'll prefer to sit on the sofa over walking when watching a movie. I've also been able to progress on my arm training this week, which I'm also really happy with, and I'll chuck some clips over the top of the screen. So I had a slip up this week on Wednesday. I'm going to tell you about it. That was pretty rough, right? So I went to get curry sauce from Home Bargains, which is just around the corner. In fact, sorry, it's Iceland. And I saw these cupcakes, and I basically bought 600 calories worth of cupcakes, and I scoffed them all down with the idea that I was going to eat them instead of rice and potatoes. I gave in that kind of idea that, I'll just eat junk food instead of my normal, healthy, filling carb source. And I basically had the cupcakes, and it was the worst choice I've ever made in my life. I wasn't full whatsoever. And then basically the rest of the day went on. I ate my normal meals. I was starving at night, and I had to have more food. And I really craved Haribo. So I went to buy a 500 calorie bag of Haribo. as well. Now, I didn't go over my calories. I have one refeed day a week, which is 2,500 calories. The other days I'm eating 2,000 calories. So I didn't go over my calories that day because I ate 2,500, but I basically ate 1,100 calories worth of absolute garbage. And I thought I would just share with you a mistake that I've made 100 times over. And for some reason, with this mistake and this one mistake for me, I need to learn it and I need to do it myself for me to make the mistake and learn not to do it again. I had the craving of eating the food thinking it was going to fill me up, but junk food just does not fill you up. No matter how much you think it doesn't do anything for your hunger. I could have eaten 100 bags of Haribo. I could have eaten 100 cupcakes and it wouldn't have done anything, especially not 6. One good thing about it though is the cupcakes I got were kind of a shitty cupcake brand anyway, and I wasn't a big fan of them. So it's not like I'm going to be rushing to get them anytime soon again. But the fact that I made that mistake, I acknowledged it, and the fact that I was still able to hit my calories in that day. And after the 2 days after, I was on the ball of calories and steps were higher than they've ever been. You know, one day I was doing 18,500 steps and burned 100 calories on the bike. I've been on the ball since then. As far as food goes, but the fact that I didn't go over calories that day makes me happy to know that it was a slip up, but it wasn't a massive slip up, and it wasn't anything that actually made any change in what my weight should be this week or a difference on the scale. So overall, this week's went pretty good, except for that one slip up. I've started to find the groove of everything. My goal is to get to 75 kg in the next 2 weeks. Do you think I'll achieve it if I'm on 76.5 currently? Because if I can get to 75 kg, I feel like I'm due a good refeed of food, maybe 2 or 3 days where I've got slightly higher calories, and then I can slowly streamline into the 72 kg mark. But if I can get to 75 kg in and slowly bump up calories for a week or two, I think I'm going to continue to be able to progress and build muscle in the gym. One thing I need to improve on this week, and I didn't improve on this past week, even though I said I was going to, is getting more sleep in. I'm getting a tiny bit more sleep in by like 20 minutes or 30 minutes max, but I'm getting on average around 6 to 7 hours sleep per night, 6, 7. My goal is to get around that 8 or 9 hour average mark every single night. So that's something I need to focus on, because that's only going to benefit me, and it'll actually really help me in a lean bulk phase too when it comes to building muscle and gaining minimal fat, and also make sure I'm upping the weights every single session. So sleep's a big one for me, and I need to work out a plan of action to where I can actually get that sleep, because I find I finish work quite late at night, right? I might finish at 6 or half 6, but I tend to do a little bit of work on my phone or my laptop until 7, half 7, maybe going into 8 where I'm planning the next day. And then I find like I only have, 1 hour of time off at night basically to chill. And then that slowly goes into 10, 10:30. And then by the time before you know it, it's 10:30 and I've not went to bed yet. So I need to work out maybe if I can shut off my work a couple hours earlier, and then it will only make me more productive. If I get better sleep, I'll be more productive earlier on in the day, and I won't have to work as late at night. I can get everything done, between that 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. period, which would be great. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's kind of went over a bit of everything. I've rambled a fair bit, but I hope it's given you a little bit of inspiration about things you can maybe change in your journey with fat loss, and things that I've changed that have really helped me. If you want more content like this, obviously watch my YouTube. If you want to join my free 4-week fat loss kickstart and get the ball rolling on your fat loss completely for free, losing 2 kg of body fat and learning how my clients go about it too, then the link is in the description of this video. If you want to follow me on Instagram, Tom Wilson PT, the link's in the description for that as well, where I share content like this daily as well. Let's see if I can get the 75 in the next 2 weeks. If I can, then I'll be very happy. Have a good day.